What you're about to hear could be the most important podcast ever created. But probably not. Welcome. It's the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, my God. We're happy to be back.
Sure we are.
On the Hot Tub Podcast. This has got to be like episode 3,000. We're
Something
doing
like
so
that.
well.
Something like that. Yeah. Give or
Yeah.
take, 2,840.
Yeah.
But, we can't be sure.
Yeah.
We can't be sure. No way to know.
Yeah, don't look at your phone
No,
screen right now.
please
look
don't
at
do the
your phone
math.
Brady, you have a question for
Yeah,
everybody.
where do we want to go with it? Oh, Garrett has a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've addressed this before. Garrett asks, has Jenny ever actually pulled a Jenny?
Oh, no.
I hate talking about this.
Jenny has never pulled a Jenny.
No.
Stupid. It's not a thing.
Well,
I've
if you
never
go to
done
Urban
that.
Dictionary
No.
and you search
Terrible.
pull a
That's not a
Jenny.
question.
I'll just read it out. It says to defecate on the floor, origin unknown, but definitely not about the Jenny that you're thinking of.
Okay, so it's not you.
Oh, no. I wouldn't put that in
But
there.
it's under.
Never.
So then rest assured, Jenny, it's not you.
Sure.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that agree. There's 100 thumbs up on it. So
100 thumbs up.
yeah.
For the love of
It's
God.
doing well.
Sorry, 101.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you just
Now.
summed up it.
But, okay, to answer Garrett's question, no, you have never done that.
No,
No.
I have never done that, and I hope to never be in a situation where that would happen.
Never
you know?
such even on a golf course when you really had to go?
No.
Okay.
No. Never. Like, I've literally never pulled a Jenny.
Okay.
She's a lady.
Ridiculous.
She's a lady.
Well, it happens. Hey, there was a lot of ladies on that Flava Flav show, and one of them pulled a Jenny on the floor.
Wow, what a
Flavor
throwback.
of Love.
Wow, yeah.
A great show.
What year was that, Brady?
Oh,
The,
man, that must have been
Flava of
mid-2000s.
Love.
There was also that girl somewhere in Ontario
Yeah,
that
at
pulled a
at
Jenny
Tim
on a
Hortons.
Tim Hortons
Yeah,
floor.
she did.
She was mad. I can't believe I'm even saying
2006 was Flavor of Love.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
20 years ago almost.
Yeah.
That is nutty that you referred to
Seriously.
that show.
Because it was one of the greatest moments in all of
Why did
like
she
trashy
do it?
TV
Wait,
history.
it was a moment. I don't know if it was the greatest, but it was a
Jenny,
moment.
it came out of nowhere too. Truly, someone just got voted off, and then some other random person they're all just like walking around, whatever, and then someone notices a turd, and then they roll back the film, and you just see someone crouch and just pull a Jenny
Oh
right
my
there
God.
for no reason.
For no reason.
Why?
I don't know.
On a different note, why were there so many of those kinds of shows in the early 2000s?
People watched them.
yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
Brett Michaels
Yeah.
had one too?
He
Rock
had
of
one too,
Love.
Rock of
Rock
Love,
of Love.
which
Oh my
people
God.
loved. I
Yeah.
mean, was it less trashy or different trashy?
Oh, just different,
different
trash.
Different trashy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, very
So
different.
Yeah.
bizarre.
Trashy, different types of people.
Because at the
Right.
time, The Bachelor exploded.
Yeah.
Right.
And they wanted to do that with celebrities.
That's right.
And it was just so awful.
And
Yeah.
I think Brett Michaels, I mean, the whole thing was fake. Like, he was in a committed relationship at that
Oh
time,
my
too.
God,
And
really?
just did this whole thing. It's like, it's
Seriously?
good for my brand, and yeah.
Also,
Oh,
he
wow.
did 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So there's 3 girls that won, but like, did any of them date him, or like, what was
Again, I think he may have even been married. But he was just doing it for the brand and having fun, and he had a great time doing it.
That's so funny.
At the end of the episode, would he take off his wig and put it on the mannequin head?
He probably should have.
He probably should have.
And it's under a big light.
Yeah,
you know,
he
at the
takes
end.
his eyeliner
Or
off.
did he give his bandana to the girls or something?
I don't know.
like
I never watched the show.
that? Okay.
No.
That's too bad.
That is
Wonder
too
if he
bad.
ever pulled a Jenny.
I mean, I don't know much about Brett Michaels, but I do know that he probably has.
Has
pulled
he?
a
I'd
I'd be
Jenny.
surprised, yeah.
Yeah, that feels on brand.
Oh, well, I hate all of this. I'm going to shower
Ah.
while you guys listen to the Hot Tub Podcast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
South Korean aviation data shows that trash balloons released by North Korea have caused 413 minutes of airport shutdowns so far.
Trash
What
balloons?
is that?
Yeah, so they had to close airports on 20 different occasions since June 1st after the inflatables, which carry garbage,
Yeah.
were spotted in the air. Yeah, on June 26th, takeoffs and landings halted for 166 minutes. And here's a quote. This is an internationally shameful and petty act that creates discomfort and anxiety among our people. So this is just,
So they fill balloons with
trash and then
let 'em
float
go,
them up over
and then
to South Korea.
And wherever
Yeah.
they land, they land.
Yeah.
Hey,
So I
that's
guess
awful.
That's
it's
so
terrible.
petty.
It is
Yeah.
petty.
That's like
Take the high road. Wait.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's North Korea.
it's the equivalent of like throwing like your dog poop at
Yeah,
your neighbor's
exactly.
That's
lawn.
exactly
You
what
know?
it is, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Which I've been guilty of.
No.
What?
Really?
You've
You
never
do that?
done that.
What do you mean?
Thrown dog poop into your neighbor's yard?
Well, not on. Like, I mean, if they have the dog and it came on my
Your
lawn.
lawn?
And
You'd throw it
And
over?
you launch it on their
I wouldn't
lawn?
launch it. I would just
Put it
push
back
it
on
over a little
theirs?
bit. Yeah.
Just
And if you're
clean
picking it up anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Get
I'm
rid of
pushing
it,
it over
yeah.
with like a shovel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you have to
So
get
it's
the
over
shovel.
the property
Yeah.
line?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's very petty.
I mean, I get it. If it was happening all the time, also the thing to do, just leave a letter or try to talk to your neighbor, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
I did.
You did,
It
and
didn't
no
work.
matter
and
what.
it was killing
okay.
my lawn, like yellowed and destroyed.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Well,
other than going by law,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
Okay,
with that.
how do you feel about this? Well, growing up, we had a dog in my parents' backyard, and it would obviously crap on the lawn. And then my neighbors over the fence, they had a cabana that was like right up against the fence, but there was maybe like a 5 inches between the fence and the cabana. And every now and then we'd just put some dog crap in there. They would never know.
Why?
They'd never see it. It would just
no, I wouldn't.
Oh, because they wouldn't know that it was there.
yeah. It would just
I see.
it would just sit in there.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't
Like, what are
do
you
that.
supposed to do?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the perfect place to put
If
it.
you're going to pick it up and, when people pick it up and they throw it out, this is what I do. I wouldn't
Yeah.
throw it out my neighbor's lawn or in a...
but it's their poop.
yeah, okay.
And
Oh,
it's
it was
killing
their
my
dog's
lawn.
poop? I thought you said it was your
Oh
dog's
no, for
poop.
us it was our dog's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But you were putting it on their lawn, like where they would never. I don't understand.
That's
They would
even
never
worse.
see it. They would
Yeah.
never
Like
know
what
of
I'm
it.
saying is where Jenny is to me right now, this
Yeah.
distance, right?
Okay.
There's poop on my lawn. There's a ton of poop on their lawn.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just pick it up with a shovel and just put it over on that lawn.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that.
Yeah,
I get
don't
it.
know.
What you're doing
Because-
is better than what Brady was doing.
Yeah.
Like
no,
that.
because mine we're disposing of poop. There's now
But
the
it's
poop
not
is
even.
gone.
But it's your dog, and you're just throwing it in
You
their
ever see
yard.
the Jack Black Ben Stiller movie where they have like a spray that just gets rid of dog poop? That's basically what we were doing.
Nope, that's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
And
You
that
were
was just
throwing, you
going
were
behind a
throwing it
little,
in a
cabana.
other place. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's gone forever.
Yeah, they're
Mahler's,
like, why does-
Mahler's actually doing actions where he's removing the poop and then putting it somewhere else.
That's what you're doing.
No.
It's the same.
No, mine's
what?
evaporating to thin
except
air.
the difference is that he's at least doing it on the dog's owner's their property. You're putting it on somebody else who has no dog.
Yeah. I think the difference is if it was sort of once in a blue moon that this was happening, I'm picking it up and I'm throwing it out. I
Yes.
don't care
And
enough
I
to
think that's
be
what I would do
passive-aggressive.
too, but I
if it
have
was all the
to-
time, then yeah.
But
put it
if
on
you're
their lawn.
physically going and getting a shovel and doing it to go over, that seems petty.
Really?
Yeah. I
Even
wouldn't
though
do that.
this dog is coming over peeing, putting yellow stains all over
But the
my
yellow
lawn.
stains, that's not stopping the yellow
Well,
stain.
no, but I can
because
at least move the poop. It's not,
when you're throwing it back, I wouldn't
It's
do
like
that.
a foot away from me. I'm just.
You're not
Yeah.
you're not solving the problem by doing this. You're reacting, and it's a
I
revenge
think what
thing.
you should have done is like put it in like a paper bag or something, so it's like
Lit it
bagged
on
up,
fire
and
and
then,
put it on
and
the
then
front.
just light it on
Yes,
fire so
yeah.
that they know that it's out there, and then put it out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
At least you're really getting your point across.
Right? Yeah.
I thought I was being a little kinder, to be honest.
No, I don't think so.
Because they have to go out
Yeah.
anyway and pick up their own poop.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with
I
what
don't
you
want
did.
poop
Yeah.
in my
I
garage
get it.
stinking up the place.
No, I
Yeah.
get it. Again, I wouldn't do what you're doing, but what you're doing is far less bad than what Brady did.
I might do what you're doing. When I get to a certain point, if it's happening all the time, they're not cleaning up after themselves.
Right.
I might just take a scoop. Otherwise, I have to take the poop, go inside, put it in a bag, put
And
it in
then
the
it's in
garbage.
my garage
and it's
for
in your-
2 weeks and stinking
I don't
up the
think
place.
it's necessarily wrong if you've talked to them and asked them not to do it and they keep
Yeah.
doing it.
And this
then-
is years ago at
Yeah,
another
yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah.
It's not happening now, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I moved further out,
Right.
so I bought property that I don't have dogs
Yeah.
anywhere
Just bring
near
it
my
to
place.
Brady's neighbor's cabana.
Exactly.
There's plenty of space there now. Our dog died.
So it's even worse.
Yeah.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Everyone knows that feeling of losing a sock in the laundry, and some people have more patience for it than others. A poll asked people what they do when they discover that a sock has lost its match, and 38% keep it for a short period of time, hoping that the other one will show up on the next laundry day or the day after. 29% of people say they keep the remaining sock indefinitely in hopes of finding the other one someday, even if it takes months or years. 19% of people immediately throw it away, and 9% claim they never lose socks.
That's not
Okay.
true.
No.
I
Come on.
don't.
What do you
No.
mean?
I don't
Never?
lose socks.
You guys never have just one sock?
No.
No, again, my wife and I both don't wear a lot of socks. So if we do wash socks, it's not that common. So yeah, we don't lose them.
I just threw out probably 20 single socks.
Was it like you had the bag of socks
I
just
had
waiting?
it in a laundry basket in the closet.
could've made
and
me
every
a
time
scarf.
I could have a sock scarf.
Yeah, that would've been
Aw,
nice.
I need to learn how to sew, but I can do that for you.
I guess the socks, it's darning, isn't it?
Now, interestingly enough, old people are the demographic least likely to have any patience and are more likely to toss the sock, which I didn't see coming.
That is interesting.
Another question asked how you store your socks, and 84% of people said they have them connected as pairs, but 9% leave them as singles in a drawer.
Oh, how do you
It was
live like
reckless.
that?
I have
wouldn't do
I have
that.
one single in my drawer. Every time I open, I go, hello.
Oh.
he goes, hello, did you find my friend? And I'm like, no, not yet. But stay strong. You're going to stay right there. Okay?
Believe in
little
yourself,
socky.
buddy.
Yeah. All right, see you tomorrow. And close. And then tomorrow, hey, did you bring breakfast? No breakfast today and no other sock.
You guys are really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been there a while.
Yeah, I guess
yeah.
so.
Staring at me.
Oh, I know. I had baby socks from Rory.
Oh.
Like, that's how
What?
long I was holding on to stuff. And finally,
Like
I was
a
like,
single?
it's time. Yeah, a single.
Oh.
And I
Oh.
was like, okay, it's time. First of all,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
why
finding
would
them,
you
and they
hang
don't
on?
even
Yeah,
fit them.
what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
How'd your baby sock sound?
Oh, hello. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Wow.
I know.
I would have thought it would have sounded
I know.
younger.
Yeah,
No, very
younger.
mature
Really?
baby sock. Yeah.
That was
Very
mature? Okay.
All right. Now, did the baby sock age as time went on? Like, did he start like a nice little baby sock? And then he got disgruntled.
angry. I'm alone and I don't like it.
Been in this bag for years.
Where's breakfast?
He aged
Hungry
rapidly,
sock.
I've got to
Did,
tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like all one day. I was like,
Yeah.
who are you?
I mean, that's what happens with aging,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Brady, if you could put it in our book, in 10 years, I want to ask Jenny about the sock. And
Okay,
see
sure.
and see where the voice is at.
Yeah, I think that's an important question. We'll revisit this.
Well, the only reason I once again, I don't lose socks. I don't want to blame my wife. She may be listening.
Right.
But I don't lose socks. So the reason I have it there is because I only have like 48 pairs of the same socks.
Oh.
So
That's
Did
such
you
a
get a
good
hole?
yeah, a whole one
So
goes missing.
smart.
There's that
That's a
one
smart
guy
way, yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
love that you have the backup.
Yeah, so that's why.
No wonder he feels special and you guys are close.
Well, he just sees all his
waiting.
friends going all the time.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they going to the park? Oh, no.
So is it possible that maybe the sock isn't even missing? It just, got a hole in it and was tossed?
Oh, the other one?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Like, as soon as I get a hole, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If that one was gone, if there's no match, then that's what happened. So it's not like it's missing. You tossed that one with a hole in it, and that was the
Yeah.
matching
That-
pair.
And at this point, he's not going to show up.
No.
Sorry, I hope the sock's not
No,
listening.
but
But
it's-
No, yeah, but what are you going to euthanize this guy?
yeah,
He's doing fine
you
on his
gotta
own.
no
get
need.
rid of him.
I also put a smart speaker in the drawer so he heard
Oh,
everything.
good.
he said.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know how people leave the TV on for their dogs?
Yeah, sure. For your sock, your lone sock. Hey, Google, play.
You should just put googly eyes on it and just
Yes.
slowly turn it into a full puppet. Like he's
Like a
been there so
Sharpie?
long, he actually became conscious. And, yeah.
Draw a little like a
I
smiley
should.
face.
I will then for you
I
guys.
love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, and take a picture. Okay, thanks.
Mahler goes really crazy, starts like intertwining human hair in it and stuff. It's my friend, guys.
We need a
Google
name.
Play all by myself. All by myself. But it's all muffled up.
Yeah, sure, yeah. It's in a drawer.
Hey, Google, what's the weather out there?
I'll never see the outside world again.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Have you heard the term sleep maxing yet?
No.
It's everywhere on TikTok, and Gen Z is all about it. Sleep maxing is a general term for when you obsess over getting the perfect night's sleep. It usually involves sleep tracking apps and at least one over-the-top hack like mouth taping. That's where you cover your mouth to force yourself to breathe through your nose all night.
Yeah.
Sleepy Girl mocktails also got big this year. Fans of them claim you'll get the best sleep of your life if you mix cherry juice and seltzer water and then add in some magnesium powder.
You're not going to have a good sleep if you're worrying about having a good sleep.
So this is the
exactly,
thing,
yeah.
That's
okay?
the
So a
problem.
lot of sleep experts aren't sure the whole sleep maxing thing is actually a good trend, though. Prioritizing your sleep is great, but obsessing over it might not be. One expert said that from what they've seen, sleep maxing tends to backfire. It leads to stress and anxiety and ends up making your sleep worse overall. There's even a term now called orthosomnia for when you become too focused on sleep tracker data. Studies have found that data isn't always as accurate as you might think. So instead of sleep maxing, the better strategy might just to be relax, stick to a regular bedtime, and get as much sleep as you can.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of this. I had a ring that would track everything and give me a sleep score and also give me a readiness score for the day, and it tracked everything. And I keep going back to it because I'm like, I just want to see what my baseline is and like see where I'm at. And then all I do is obsess over it. All I do is stress over it.
Yeah.
I get up and I check where am I at, how much have I got. Like it's so ridiculous.
You're messing with yourself, right?
Like I have to go with just how I feel because I can't do anything about it.
Give yourself an opportunity. Give yourself the time to get a lot of sleep, and then tell yourself, my body is going to take what it needs and just sleep.
I believe it was the great DJ Khaled who said, congratulations, you played yourself. Every time you fire up that ring.
It is the great DJ Khaled who said that.
Yes, no, you're not wrong.
He also said, we the best music.
He did,
So you get a cardboard cutout in your bedroom of DJ Khaled.
That's a good idea.
Just to remind me. Don't play yourself.
Not just one.
Yeah, we
and
can do that.
another one.
And another one.
Yeah.
Major keeler. What about like a body pillow, a DJ Khaled body pillow? You can sleep with Khaled every night.
Feels
You
a
can
little
borrow
creepy.
mine.
Oh, can I?
Okay, good.
Thanks, Rush.
I've got a couple.
Who tapes their mouth shut
No,
at
that's
night?
the thing. That can
Here's the thing,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'd
because
freak out.
Yeah. I was you wake
get
up and
used
be
to it.
confused. And,
Yeah.
First of all, I wouldn't have my soother.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take that in, though.
Yeah. What about a soother with like tape on
Yeah,
it?
that's
Yeah.
that would
Okay.
work.
tape your soother on.
Now I'm
yeah.
okay. Now I'm
That
okay.
makes more
But
sense.
yeah, like it's a way to force you to breathe through your nose. But the thing is, oftentimes you breathe through your mouth because your nose is clogged.
Exactly.
So this isn't good.
no.
I would hate that. Do people do this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
is a thing.
yeah. My wife said I should try.
Yeah.
Because when especially if I have a couple drinks, I'll snore a lot more.
Yeah.
Did she say that after you guys were fighting?
Yep.
After you have like bruised ribs from her poking you all night. Yeah.
So I've never seen it. Is it special tape or just any tape?
I think you could just use duct tape.
Really?
No, not duct tape.
No?
It's
Why?
going to taste so weird. And I think like medical tape. The medical.
I
you know,
just
like
I went murdery there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you did. Yep, you did.
It's not Dateline,
My bad.
Jenny.
My
It's just trying to go to bed. Not Dateline.
Why is there a shovel? I don't know.
Start tie wrapping Derek's like, arms together.
This will help you sleep.
Yeah.
This rag smell like chloroform? It does.
Oh wow.
Punk.
I don't have to make myself laugh that hard.
Yeah. Well done.
Good.
You know, one day she is going to flip.
Yeah.
And just
She is.
snap, and we'll say, how's Derek? And she'll go, who?
What?
What have you heard?
Derek hasn't been around for years, Mahler.
Why are you still carrying that shovel?
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
You guys are going to hate this list, but I did pre-read it. I'm excited to share, and I think it's a feel-good list.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Get the
great.
cannon
Yeah.
No,
ready.
don't get the cannon. Guys, let me know. You don't even know.
You prefaced it with a very.
Just because
know.
you guys will hate it doesn't mean that I hate it, and I really want to share it.
Okay, we'll see.
Has a meme significantly improved your life? Or maybe something that your grandmother once told you, or maybe something cheesy from like a self-help book or something. People on social media.
You know
that
what's
you
happening.
paused.
You know.
You paused to see if the cannon was coming.
People on social media are sharing simple pieces of advice that have significantly improved their lives.
Okay, this is good.
Yes.
No.
It
I have
could
the
be.
best ones here, guys. I have the best ones.
Okay, this could be good.
Also, if people want to call in on the banana phone to either say yay or nay to the cannon,
Yeah.
we'd appreciate it. So it's not always just on us.
Right.
Sure.
Exactly.
If people calling in want to say, get rid of this
People
story.
need to know like what's happening.
has-
So
like,
far, we just have a title.
Right.
Simple pieces of advice that have significantly improved their life.
Okay.
If you can't beat the fear, do it scared. I love that. It's so
Can't
true.
beat the
yeah.
fear, do it
Do
scared.
it scared.
Okay.
Okay, I like that.
Talk yourself into doing things by saying, just do it as a joke. Think
Brady,
about it.
can we take a
No,
call here
no.
on the banana phone?
Yeah.
Just-
Guys, not yet. It's better to ask stupid than to do stupid, right? Okay.
Hang on, you're going too
This
fast
is-
now.
Am I?
I don't.
We're trying to take calls.
Well, I have so
and
many more. Don't worry.
Is there that many on this list?
How many are on the list?
Oh, I've got a full 10.
10?
No,
Okay.
15.
15?
15. Okay.
Yeah.
15
again,
of these?
You can't control the emotions you feel,
Good morning.
but you can control the actions.
Would you, is this Joseph?
That's correct. It is Joseph, yes.
Would you
Hi,
like
Joseph.
the story to go into the story canon?
I'm ready.
No,
I think-
Joseph.
yeah.
Sorry,
Joe.
Jenny. You felt it already, Jenny. Come on.
Yeah.
Brady. No.
Joseph asked for it.
Joseph.
So-
Oh.
Thanks, Joseph. Yeah. I mean,
Never accept criticism from someone you wouldn't accept advice from. Amen. Right? Okay.
you knew. You knew.
You don't want to enter your golden years thinking that you spent your life worrying about things that might happen but never did. You can't control.
This is
you know,
painful.
It's not. It's amazing.
Let's go over to the banana phone. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, who's this? Alex?
Alex, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want this story in the story canon? We can
Alex.
shoot it anywhere you want in the world.
Yeah, definitely shoot
No,
it.
I think so. Thank you, Alex.
Come on.
Yeah.
Notice that there are a
Take
lot
it
of
out.
male
I
callers.
think you're right. Thanks, Alex. Oh, let's see.
Where are my girls at?
Here's Megan online
Megan.
too. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Hello. I was going to say, please don't put it in the canon. I would love to hear the rest of Jenny's story.
Thank you. See,
Well, why don't you meet Jenny at her house around 3 o'clock this afternoon?
I am free.
Just go to the rest.
So that's one.
Someone gave me a piece of advice once that has stuck with me through my whole entire life. They told me that if something takes less than 2 minutes, to just do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And so that goes with like laundry or putting things in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
If it
So we're
takes
adding to
less
the
than
list.
2 minutes,
Do it.
just do it.
Can we
Love
put
that.
Megan in the
Megan,
canon?
no. Megan is not going in the canon.
Thanks, Megan.
No, I love Megan.
Put Megan in
Thank
the
you,
canon.
Megan.
Thanks, Megan.
Thank
Okay.
you. I love that.
All right,
Don't
Brady, just
compare
put it-
your
put it in the
behind the
canon.
scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Isn't that the truth?
I don't even know what the list is about
don't.
anymore.
Things
don't
that
know.
have changed
It's
your
just-
life, little things. Things. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago.
Okay.
The second best time is
Jenny,
today.
you're laughing at
You're
them.
not
Jenny.
even taking this
Jenny.
seriously.
Okay, let's
Stop it right now.
Good
Don't-
morning.
Good morning. Is this Brad?
Yes, hello.
Brad, do you want this in the story canon? Yes or no?
I think it should go in the canon.
Yeah,
Bradley.
yeah, okay, thanks.
Tell Jenny just do it as a joke.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad.
Come
There we go.
on,
Yeah,
Brad.
well-
Don't light yourself on fire to keep others warm. You know? Try to be the person you needed when you were younger.
All right. Dominic's online. Hi,
You don't
Dominic.
even know where you're aiming it.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Hey.
Do you want this in the story canon?
Yeah, you got to send that deep in the ocean.
Oh, that's probably, you know what? That's
Dominic.
probably best.
Send the Megan girl, too.
Nobody touches Megan.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. We appreciate that.
To the ocean. Eh?
Yeah, okay, right in the middle of the Pacific.
Yeah,
Let's send it
right
all the way
there.
there.
No.
Sure,
The
okay.
biggest lie we tell ourselves every day
Jenny,
is,
Jenny.
I don't need to write that down.
You're not with the story.
Okay.
That's funny.
Well, we learned it was a terrible list.
Yeah, it was not good.
And Jenny has a date at 3 o'clock this afternoon with Megan.
But you'll have to do it from memory.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Now it's time
Housekeeping? Come back in an hour.
for some housekeeping.
Housekeeping, you want towels? Want towels. Need sleep.
On the morning hot tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Housekeeping, you want mint for pillow? Please go away. Let me sleep for the love of God.
Alrighty then, some headlines that we're going to jam together into a little segment here. None of them warrant full, breaks
Right.
as we do
Sure.
here on
Yeah.
the show. Just a little couple lines.
Little snippet.
Yeah, tidbit.
Walmart is, I'm surprised actually, maybe they're getting blowback. Walmart is selling a s'mores-themed costume,
Okay.
but it's aimed at thruples.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
very funny.
Okay.
Chocolate, marshmallow, and graham
Oh,
cracker.
I
yeah.
get
Yeah.
it. Okay. Right,
I
I
didn't
get
think,
it.
I thought the people of Walmart, especially down in the U.S., conservative Walmart shoppers wouldn't like the idea of a thruple.
I think you could just go with your best friends too, right?
I know, but
You know.
as soon
Yeah,
as
but
they
it's way
label
more
it
fun if it's a
thruples-
thruple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
it is.
Yeah,
Like
sure,
a
yeah.
legit
You say it that
throuple.
way,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Have you guys ever met a thruple?
No.
I don't think I have.
No.
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 No. I've met people who have like open relationships and stuff, but not like a legit like 3 people in an equal part relationship. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like
Maybe
just the
I did and I
logistics.
didn't know.
Maybe that's possible.
That's possible
yeah.
too,
Yeah,
sure.
like I wonder if going to like the work party, if they would just like
Yeah.
maybe just have like one.
No, it's only a +1.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's true. What do you do? But
what do
maybe
you do?
more conservative coworkers or whatever. Maybe you're not going to bring both your
No,
partners.
it's rock,
Right.
paper, scissors.
I guess so. Yeah.
Also, a good costume.
For a thruple, that's great. What do you do if you're in a thruple? Like, do we call down to our HR person and say,
Yeah.
hey, we want to bring
I think they would get the pass to
Yeah.
bring 2 people.
They probably
Yeah.
would.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd you kind of have to, right?
Yeah.
Can't
If
say
you're open
no.
about it, then sure, yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's like a sister-wife situation? What if you got like 4 wives? Can
Yeah.
you bring all your wives to the
Right.
Christmas party? Jenny, do they address that at all in the
They
shows you
usually
watch?
don't do anything public like that. You know,
Okay.
they didn't for a long time, especially when they were living in Utah.
Yeah.
Now that they've dropped the criminal charges that can be
I feel like
against
things
you,
like that would happen more
Yeah.
often in Utah then. Like
Probably.
maybe office parties are huge.
Yeah,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And what about
so
like
many women.
a Ticketmaster where you're sometimes only available like 4 tickets only?
Right.
Good question.
And you're married to like 4
Yeah.
women and you want to go to the show with them.
And you
Yeah.
don't go.
You don't.
No, you
No.
just don't go.
Because they'll even say, maximum 4 per household. So
Yeah.
that's the same thing as if you have a family of 6 years of kids.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's 4. So
Yeah.
that wouldn't change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel bad for the thruples listening.
know.
Yeah.
We're working for you.
Just the logistics, very difficult.
Yeah.
I just feel I picture a thruple sitting right now listening to the show dressed as chocolate marshmallow.
Yeah.
Just slouched over on the couch, very sad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We should look. If you are in a throuple, though, please reach out. We would love to.
Brady, what are you after?
No, yeah. Let's make it a quad, baby. No, like I would love to ask questions, like
Sure.
from an honest and open place.
Well, here's a weird one. In bedroom news, a study found that eating grasshoppers, it might increase your libido.
Oh, okay.
hello.
Yeah.
Now, why are they studying this?
That's true. That's a good question.
Was it one of those things that they thought you were getting nutrition, then all of a sudden, they were doing like
Maybe,
a
yeah.
nutrition study, and all of a sudden everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the workplace, they're all like
Yeah,
coming on to each other. And,
There's a
In
grasshopper.
the study room, everything.
Wow.
okay, sure, slow day at the office, I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And finally, 42% of people, this is super high in my mind, and I'll go around and ask you guys if you know anybody in this situation, say that if they're getting married today, right now, for the first time, yes, most of us have been around the loop a few
around the loop,
times,
yeah.
but getting married for the first time, they would now sign a prenup. 42%. That's almost 50% of people saying
Yeah.
they would sign a prenup
Well,
now.
I think everybody's being realistic about the fact that you can think one thing when you start a relationship, and that can change. And it doesn't mean that you don't trust the person. You just maybe don't trust
I
that
just
you're
thought
not
with
going to grow
first
in different
marriages,
ways.
though, you're young and stupid.
Yeah,
you are.
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the idea is, having known, like, it could make the separation and divorce easier, not just on you, but on both of you, if you have an agreement that you both agree on. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think when you're younger, too, you have less assets. You have less going
Yeah,
on.
Sure,
You don't
true.
know what the future has in store.
Yeah.
You're excited about the possibility of one day needing a prenup.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Right. Exactly. But later, you actually have stuff to,
Yeah.
yeah. For sure.
But even with my current wife,
Yeah.
Ruth, I just that would never have crossed our minds.
No.
It
No.
wasn't
I
even
wouldn't
a
have thought of
thing.
either.
No,
No.
didn't do
No.
it.
We talked about it for 2 seconds just because it felt like a thing to talk about. And we were
Yeah.
like, well, what would we even put in a prenup?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Oh my
Exactly.
god!
You know?
I recently did my will.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how'd
That's
that
always
go?
fun.
She's asking questions that I don't know the
Yeah.
answers to.
Yeah.
That's a lot. When you have to go through those and then, all
Yeah.
sorts of things, and then the power of attorney stuff.
Sure.
But then I also realized when my wife and I are sitting there, we're going like, we don't have anything.
No, right?
There's just
Yeah.
nothing like
Yeah.
it's
It's
the
pretty
house.
simple.
And they give
Yeah.
you the
And
option, okay, if you want to add some things and just spend, you're like, yeah, I guess if I want to add all those things.
Who gets your tape collection,
Yeah.
Mahler?
My kids.
Okay.
All right.
But I said the 4 kids can go into the house and take whatever they
But that's
want.
it. You're not
Yeah.
putting that in the
Yeah.
will.
No.
It's,
Then I started getting ridiculous. I said things like my oldest daughter, Piper,
Yeah.
and my stepson, Adam, who's they probably have, 6-7 years between them.
Right.
Yeah.
I said Piper has to let Adam live with her till he's 30.
That's so good.
I said I want that in writing.
Yeah. I love
I love that somebody could enforce that after you're gone.
exactly.
But see, even the executor.
Yeah.
I mean, we just went with my oldest, Piper, over all the kids because
Yeah.
she only got it because she's the oldest.
The oldest, exactly.
I'm my parents' executor because I'm the oldest.
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just the way it is,
yeah,
right?
yeah, totally.
But as soon as we left the office and I called my daughter and I said, look, just to verify, you are the executor.
Yeah.
Because you're the oldest. And okay, cool. Hung up the phone. And a second later, I had no idea. My son Vaughn called. He goes, hey, what's up? Just checking in. And I think he was just seriously checking in. I go, hey, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
Or if he only knew, it's actually great news.
It's
if you don't
actually
have the
you don't want to be the
responsibility.
executor.
No.
You want a good executor to handle
Yeah.
things, and you don't want to have to do it because it's so much
Yeah,
work.
as long as he trusts his sister, you know,
Yeah.
to
I'm
get
gonna
things
have
done
like I'm
right.
the executor of like a bunch of wills, and I'm like, man, it's
you?
gonna
Yeah.
be well, not a bunch, but
But I
like
mean, you
2,
can't-
3, 4.
Everything's
That's a
written
lot.
for you.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't
There's
really do
nothing
anything.
really to do.
There's
But
nothing.
there's-
Well,
well,
there's a
there's
lot
paperwork,
to do.
you
just
know?
can't. You don't have a lot of. There's no decisions to be made.
Yeah.
It's all there, but it's a lot of work.
It's
to
a
do.
lot of work
and
after.
contacting people. Oh,
Yeah.
Are you saying this really?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pain.
So I should get rid of this gig.
Like
Oh,
you're an
yeah, if you
executor.
do-
Yeah,
oh
to my
God, yeah, you don't
parents,
want
yeah.
it.
to
Yeah.
both
Really.
parents too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think of it as an honor. Anybody who's come to me means
Sure.
they trust me, and I love that. But it's more where I'm just like, man, I'm gonna have to figure out close all your tax accounts. And
Oh,
your,
yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
man.
and your like
Figure
that's the
out,
only thing
yeah,
I think
you've
of now.
got
But
to get
there's
the
a
money
million
to put it places and stuff. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's,
so I need
it's
a
not
guy
fun.
for this.
You need a guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you ever needed a guy, fire your light bulb guy.
yeah,
Get a will
yeah,
guy.
Absolutely.
But there must be people that would do that.
Oh, yeah,
like, it's
sure,
not a
for
service,
sure.
right?
But again, it's not cheap.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
I'll pay with it out of the inheritance.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
care.
That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah. That's a good idea to take the pressure off.
Just
also-
take it out of your brother's inheritance.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if my light bulb guy went to law school. So
He did have a lot of ideas.
That's good.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
The tough thing about gaslighting is it's hard to tell when you're a victim of it. So researchers actually came up with a new online test that can help.
Okay.
It's not long, just 11 questions, and each one has 5 possible answers.
Oh my God.
And the answers range from it's something the person never does to something they always do.
Okay.
So here are the 11 signs someone is gaslighting you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. They have to do all 11 of these things or some of them?
So that's a great question. So it says it won't give you a definitive answer, but if it feels like most of these things happen a lot,
Yeah.
there's a pretty good chance they're gaslighting you.
Okay, got it.
Interesting. Okay.
So they make you doubt things you said. They make you feel like everything you do is wrong.
This is Rush against me all
Oh
the
my
time.
God.
All
Oh
the
my
time,
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rush
They
is
deny
always-
saying things you remember them saying.
Rush.
See what Mahler's doing? He's gaslighting. me.
Gaslighting you. Yeah. They make you think you don't understand situations.
Rush, you do that to me.
Literally, this is exactly what you do to
I
us.
don't know which side to pick.
They make you question your memory of things that happened between you.
No, you do that all the time to me.
Yep.
Mahler, you didn't get kicked by a kangaroo.
You did not. That absolutely didn't happen,
That never
yes.
happened.
Oh, they make you feel like you're in the wrong.
Rush.
They make you feel like you're impossible to get along with.
Rush.
They make you think you don't understand them. They accuse you of distorting things. 2 more here. They act like you're blowing things out of proportion.
Rush.
And they accuse you of all kinds of things.
It is very funny that you keep saying me because quite literally you're gaslighting. Because I think you hit 11 out of 11 of those things.
No way, that's you. You're always gaslighting me.
I don't even think you know what gaslighting means.
See, is that gaslighting right now?
No.
By saying that?
No.
I mean, it could
No,
be.
by accusing him of gaslighting you when he doesn't, that is
But
gaslighting.
he also was
Right.
accusing me.
Of gaslighting
I think you're
him right now
gaslighting
because
each
you
other.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much gas being
I think
lit.
this place is going to blow up.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I think the biggest thing that we all say, like that we all experience some of these to some degree with people. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're gaslighting you
Is
all the time. kind of
gaslighting,
thing.
see,
Yeah.
you're right, I don't know what it means. So is gaslighting, though, basically another word for being passive aggressive?
No.
No.
No?
No,
Two
not
different
at all.
things.
No.
Yeah, two different things
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure. Yeah, gaslighting
Still
is
don't
really
understand.
Yeah.
yeah. When you
But
experience
yet you were
something.
sure I did it.
That just sounds like everything
makes a
you
lot
do
of
to
sense,
me,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the basic definition is when you experience something and somebody else tries to tell you that you didn't experience that.
Right. They're trying to change the reality.
The
They're trying to
reality
move the
of the situation.
goalposts to make you feel crazy or to make you feel like something
So
didn't
are
happen.
you
when-
guys-
Question your sanity.
Okay,
Yeah.
so going back to the example you gave earlier, when you say that I didn't get kicked by a kangaroo, are you guys gaslighting me or you think I'm gaslighting you? I don't understand.
I think that's a just
That's hard
neither.
to say because nobody
Yeah.
actually knows if it happened.
Well, I do.
Oh no, we do. We all know it
We're
didn't
quite
happen.
certain
Yeah,
Mueller
it
never
did
got
not
kicked by a
I do
kangaroo.
know this.
Yeah.
I
In the
do know
lobby of
this.
our building.
Right.
So then, where's the gaslighting coming from, though? Like, I'm 100% sure it happened.
There's no gaslighting in that scenario.
Yeah.
What it is you making up a story about being kicked by a kangaroo. is what's happening.
No,
there,
I think that situation would be just a memory thing. That's two people remembering something differently.
You're not trying to distort our reality.
Sure.
You're just trying to say you experienced this, and we're going, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not gaslighting.
There's no gaslighting.
No, there's no gaslighting here.
I feel like you guys are, though.
I know you do. But this is seconds after you said you don't know what gaslighting means. So
Because
it's okay.
earlier in the conversation, you guys referred to that like I would be gaslighting you about that scenario.
No, we just referred to memories there, making someone believe something that didn't happen.
Right.
So we bought that specifically the kangaroo up. But
Yeah. No, that's just I don't know what happened.
I guess the question about that one is, getting off gaslighting now, why would I make this up? Like, what would be the benefit of me lying about being kicked by a kangaroo?
Well, it's a good story.
And that's the that's something we're all asking ourselves. Yeah.
It was not good for me. I was terrified.
Was I here? I
No.
wasn't part. No, I wasn't here.
I'm
so
telling
I can't
you,
even.
I was hosting a TV show.
Yeah.
I was in the lobby.
All that happened.
The kangaroo came in.
And here's where the story takes a turn.
The kangaroo came in, and he was very jumpy, as they are, and kicky. And the guy said,
Hoppy,
whoa.
some would say.
Back up. He doesn't seem to want to meet you right now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, because I met him later on, live on the air on the TV show.
Okay.
Right, but I was just in the green room. I always go back and meet everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, nice to
Yeah,
meet you. What's
sure.
your story? What do
Yeah.
you want to talk about out there?
Yeah.
So I went to introduce myself to the kangaroo.
course, sure.
And it tried to attack me.
Do you remember the name?
No,
No.
I don't
Okay.
remember.
Well,
My favorite thing was when we talked about this and someone called in pretending to be the handler of the kangaroo and pretending they were there and then
it
went on with
you?
Mahler. No, this was a
No.
listener completely unprompted. Chatted with Mahler for like 5 minutes. Mahler was like, yes, you remember all these little details. And then the person was like, no, I'm
I
just
wasn't
messing
there.
with you. Yeah. Which you can hear on episode 105 of the Hot Tub Podcast.
Okay, there you go. But you see, I bought into it because I really thought it happened, and
Yeah.
that's
Sure.
why I thought there was a witness there
But
with
do you
me.
think it kicked you, or were you warned that it could kick you? But in your memory over the years, it has kicked. Like
I
you think it
that,
kicked
I
you.
think that can happen.
That
Like
can
this
happen
is
to
what happened
anybody.
to Brian Williams too. Like he thought, he told a story so many
This
times.
is a guy from
He's a
NBC
newscaster.
News.
Yeah.
Told a story so many times about being in enemy lines in a helicopter that went down, and it turned out he was nowhere near where he said he was.
Right.
But in his mind, he thought he was there.
Yeah.
Similar to you. You
Well, no,
believe
but-
you were being kicked by a kangaroo in a lobby.
But what you just said there really kind of cemented. He has been saying this for years. I honestly, outside of the show and you three, I haven't really talked to anybody about the kangaroo.
But I think that's the thing. You believe it happened. I don't think you're making it up saying, hey, I know, I'm going to tell them this story.
Right.
I think you think it happened. It didn't, though.
But I have to ask you guys, why do you think it didn't happen?
I
Because
don't
at
know.
first you said it started here. It happened here that you got kicked by a
Oh, that
kangaroo.
was
the
it.
story has
And
changed.
then
Yeah, the
Yeah.
story has changed as
Now
we
it was
continue to talk
before,
about it. Yeah.
But it was many years ago, and I forgot the location. But I do know that a kangaroo tried to kill me.
Maybe it was a dream.
kill you.
I think we've talked about that again, and now it keeps turning.
It was wielding a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was so dangerous.
The
killer
story
kangaroo.
seems to get grander as time goes on.
And maybe I've added to it.
Yeah.
But it comes down to the fact I was in the lobby.
No, I think you're right. You're adding. What happened is you were in a lobby. You
With
were
a
doing
kangaroo.
an interview with
Yeah.
a handler and a kangaroo.
Sure, and the kangaroo
You
had
met the
brass knuckles
kangaroo.
on, and a leather jacket, and a pack of smokes in his sleeve.
But I think you met a kangaroo. You did for sure. And I think you probably thought, wouldn't it be crazy if this kangaroo attacked me? And then in your mind, that's what happened.
Did the kangaroo talk? Is it a talking kangaroo?
No, it didn't talk.
Your
It
name
sang
Mahler?
summer lovin' happened so fast. Grease.
He's in the game.
He was in a game.
Yeah.
That's your only reference for it.
The only Grease song I can think of. I got the laugh. I'm happy with it.
Okay, good.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mahler, at One True Rush, at Hot/Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
It's that point of the week where we like to do this.
Let's get to know the morning hot tub just a little bit better. Now it's time for POV of the TUB on the morning hot tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Oh, our point of view, it means nothing.
No.
It can't even buy you a soft drink.
No, we tried.
But we thought we'd share our POV nonetheless. This is a funny little trend I saw online over the last couple days. It was really funny. Name a song where the featured artist or band sang like their rent was due.
Okay.
Okay? And then, so we sent that out to get everybody's answers so they could all send it to Brady so he could pull up the songs. And Jenny didn't really know what it meant.
And I still don't know that I got it when I
Right.
said it. All I did was send him one that just gives me the feels, the goosebumps, like where I'm just like, oh,
For you?
for me.
But
Yeah.
it should be for them paying their rent.
I
Yeah.
thought it was, what? I thought we were just, what?
So she did not get it.
Oh, I didn't understand.
I took
the
it as
assignment.
basically someone who oversings.
Yeah, someone who's
Yeah.
like really, really, really belting it out.
Yeah, like really passionate about it.
Yeah.
They're trying to
What
pay
did-
their rent.
What did you? Oh.
I just it just gave me something that made me like where I was like that was really good, you know.
All right, let's
So,
get there.
okay.
Let's get there. I'll start.
Uh-huh.
Name a song where the featured artist or band sang like their rent was due. To me, it just popped in my head instantly. It was a minor hit maybe 3, 4, or 5 years ago. It was Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran, and Chris Stapleton.
Oh, yeah.
It was called Cold.
Oh,
Called blow.
blow,
Blow, sorry,
Yeah,
blow.
Yes. This is on my running list. That'll get you going.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's a
so
great
good.
song,
So, yeah.
and it's a song that I think it didn't do well enough as well as
No.
it should have because. Like Ed Sheeran fans don't necessarily listen to that. Chris Stapleton fans
Yeah.
don't necessarily listen to that.
It's really different.
But it was sort of in the middle of everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Great
And,
choice.
and I don't think Chris was as big as he is now then. Yeah, I think he was
Right.
on the cusp.
Yeah.
He's on the cusp. Anyways,
No, it's
Blow.
very good. Great choice.
Yeah, good
Such
choice,
a good
yeah.
Yeah,
song.
you're
And
gonna
Chris
hate my choice.
really wants to pay the rent.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And so does Bruno.
Yeah.
Rush.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, so I took this as sort of, somebody who oversins because they're just giving it their all.
Yeah.
And so I went with literally everything that Louis Capaldi puts out.
Oh, okay.
Because everything, he starts to get calm and then he just oversins everything.
Yeah.
He sounds great when
Yeah.
he does it. But yeah, literally anything that Louis Capaldi does.
He is belting it out.
Yes, he
Yeah.
belts out
Absolutely,
everything.
yeah.
Yes.
I have a better choice now.
All right.
All right, Jenny, what's your POV here on the TUB?
Can I change mine?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, no. I'm okay. You guys had really good choices so far. Mine, I just picked that. I hear it and it just makes me like lose my mind.
Guys, just wait for this. This is so good.
But there's one specific part. Oh,
Oh.
go ahead.
Why? Why do you always pick the same
It's
song?
the
I
same three
love
songs every time we do
This
this
song,
game.
it's the second part, second verse, and I think it's Nick, and his voice just does this like crack, and it's just the. Oh,
Jenny, I love you.
I know.
But for the sake of a radio show,
Yeah.
you might want to vary beyond 3 songs.
I want to be honest. I want
But
to
you
be
didn't,
me.
you don't even know. You
It
don't
was
even
my
understand what we
choice.
were doing here.
And this isn't like no
Here,
one's
here,
belting
listen,
anything on
listen,
this
listen.
song.
Here it is, right here. Oh my God. That moment right there just gives me goosebumps.
I don't even think he's getting a parking spot, let alone paying the rent.
No. I mean,
The other
okay.
one was Dancing on My Own, Callum Scott. That's another one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That
it's
would have been
That's a
better.
better
Yeah.
one.
It's
Yeah.
more like Louis Capaldi, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Brady
Sorry.
Jones, wrap up the POV. What do you got?
I don't know why, but I'm in such a big phase of this artist right now. I was at a cottage a few weeks ago, and I just couldn't get her music out of my head. And it's like really not like the cottage vibe, but I force everybody to listen to probably an hour of her biggest hits because she belts out every single note, and like everything just like drips in emotion. And I absolutely love it. I don't know again why I'm in this phase, but I can't stop listening to Celine Dion.
Good, sure, absolutely.
Especially this song. It's all
Yeah.
coming back to me now. Oh my! Listen to this. Here it is. Like that
Sure.
Yeah.
is just
Yep.
that shivers
Good
down my
choice.
spine every time. And this song is 7.5 minutes. It might as well be 3 hours long.
Yep.
Because that's how long I listen to it for.
You nailed it.
No, that's
It's
true.
so
That's a good pick. That's the best pick.
I don't know what's going. You and I are in sync because
Are you into Celine too?
I'm into Celine
Is it
so much
maybe
right now.
It's the documentary
Yeah.
on the Olympics, but
I think
that was a while
you
ago.
were into you've been into this for a while, but the Olympics, like
can't stop.
when she performed, you were blown away.
I watched all day for her to perform, and then I'm sitting with a bunch of dudes watching
Yeah.
the ceremonies, and I'm like tearing up,
Yeah.
and I'm explaining the
Yeah.
significance, and no one cares, and now I can't stop listening
Yeah.
to Celine.
I mean,
What's
she's
going
great.
on?
And then I
So
was
good.
watching Kelly Clarkson cover Celine this
Oh,
weekend.
I bet phenomenal.
And phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they showed Kelly, I think it was 2006, 2013, and 2020 doing whatever song, Because of You.
Yeah.
okay.
And just wailing. And she hasn't lost her voice in 20
No.
years.
Yeah.
And she's
Oh,
phenomenal.
I bet.
She's paying the rent, Jenny.
Oh, right, she is paying the rent.
But so is
It was
Nick Jonas
terrible,
there.
and I'm
You hear his
sorry.
voice crack a little bit.
Yeah.
No,
Gives
just a
me
little
the
bit.
feels.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps. I don't know what
There's
to
no
tell you.
cracking with Celine. Everything is perfect.
It is.
Like, it's literally perfect. Listen to this.
We see just
Okay,
what
yeah, we know Brady.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I get it.
Just imagine a bunch of guys playing beer pong to this for an hour. And that was my cottage weekend. It was
Nick isn't
wonderful.
allowed. Nick Jonas cannot even use the garbage chute.
Yeah.
You understand?
Oh, no, Nick.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
no.
love him so much.
The door guy won't even turn to face him.
No.
Like, he's not even close to paying rent.
There you go. The POV and the TUB.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Why do corporate employees go to HR? Well, a survey of 1,000 human resource professionals
why
found
don't you
that.
ask shirtless Brady? over there?
Well, we actually discussed this recently, but this goes to a whole other level. Poor communication, rule violations, and toxic negativity are the top issues they hear about.
Yeah.
37% of HR professionals have dealt with gossip issues in the workplace. 29% say employees come to them feeling underpaid. Some professionals had to deal with bizarre situations like unusual pets, a haunted workplace, and requests for exorcisms.
Okay, well,
That's
sure.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, if it needed to happen, you know,
Okay.
I'd say something. This study revealed that HR roles are incredibly challenging, especially when it comes to solving interpersonal issues.
Oh, I have a good question about that though.
Yeah.
Like, if you thought our studio was possessed,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a portal right above.
Yeah,
our
there
head.
is. Yeah,
it sure
portal,
is.
yeah.
Actually, it was handmade.
Would
but yeah.
would you bring someone in to cleanse the room?
If I genuinely thought, yeah.
okay,
I'm not going
Or
to HR.
You wouldn't go to HR first.
No, because I realize that
there's other people on staff.
I
that,
know, yeah,
you know?
but I'm not hurting anybody by bringing in my own person to do, some saging, some cleansing,
Yeah,
some
but if
whatever.
I brought everybody in the lunchroom to get blessed by my favorite priest,
Sure, yeah.
I think HR would say you can't do
But
Fair
that.
enough.
I think
That's
that's
fair.
the difference because
Yes.
you're bringing people in. But if you went into the lunchroom on a weekend when nobody was there,
No,
Yeah.
but if
that's
Jenny
fine.
brought people in right now, and I don't believe in any of this stuff, and there's sage all around.
Right.
Yeah, but
burning
she
stuff.
wouldn't do it when you were here.
Yeah,
That's-
I would do it when nobody was
yeah.
in here.
So then
Yeah.
it's fine.
So Jenny's coming here on her time off. Are you insane?
Or if you lost your mind.
I mean,
no, but I mean, if it
but
was
if you
really
thought
bad.
that there was a reason to, maybe you would. I can understand. You don't,
Yeah.
as long as you're not, affecting other coworkers.
I
do
just
what you
don't
want.
think you can bring people in even after hours just to do
No.
things around the office.
I think you
yeah,
can.
definitely. You've never brought like Ruth in here after hours to like you
Well,
never have
first
to
of
pick
all,
something up and
Ruth
then
ain't people.
yeah, fair enough.
Okay, sure.
But like a little like after hours station tour. Those are the best
Sure.
kind.
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
fine. But they're not like doing things.
But if they
like,
brought sage, I mean, nobody would know or care.
But Rush, if I went into the lunchroom and brought some guy in and he was doing like a sacrificial
Yeah.
lamb sacrifice on the table, hey, it's Saturday.
As long as if you clean up when you're done, and I didn't know you were there. Sure,
Sacrifice
do
whatever you want.
Sure. Yeah. Put down some garbage bags. It'll be
I also
fine.
think it would be the opposite of what you're trying
Yeah.
to do.
I mean, I don't think that's helping. Yeah.
I would definitely need to cleanse after that.
Yeah,
I think so.
Jenny's in one room trying to cleanse Mahler's opening portals throughout the building. Now, Jenny, would it matter? Let's say I kicked the bucket and then it was my ghost haunting you. So I'm a
Yeah.
coworker technically.
Right.
Then you'd kind of have to go to HR, wouldn't you?
If you were haunting
Why, it'd
me,
be a,
I don't know that you're still a coworker. I think
at that
you're a
point?
former coworker.
I've got another question. Okay, so Jenny wants to cleanse the room.
Sure.
But maybe I've made friends with Ghost Brady.
Yeah,
Right.
And I
sure.
don't want him to go.
know,
Is that not against
that's a
HR?
great
that
question.
She's
That's-
getting her way and I'm not getting
You
my
can
way?
bring that's
that's
something
a
you bring
great,
up to HR.
great
Absolutely,
question.
yeah.
Because here's the thing: if I knew it was Ghost Brady,
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of Ghost Brady. Like he's probably
Oh.
super comfy here.
Yeah,
And
but,
I don't-
but let's say you did. Let's say you did want to get
Did
rid of
wanna
Ghost
get rid of
Brady.
Ghost
Okay, first of all, rude.
okay, I know, right? Like
It
check with
is.
you
Yeah.
first.
But
yeah.
let's say that that's the case. Mahler wants Ghost Brady to stay.
You want him to go.
So
think we rock,
now, is
paper,
this an
scissors
HR
it.
decision?
My whole future is based on one game of rock, paper, scissors? No.
Or do we sit down and ask Ghost Brady what he wants?
Yeah, no one ever asks Ghost Brady
I
what
know.
he wants. You had noticed that?
But I noticed that, but I'm
Yeah.
also not going to. It would have to be like tap once for yes and twice for no, because I'm not bringing a Ouija board into this. We all know that.
Okay.
So if we want to communicate with you, you'd have to give
Yeah.
us some tapping.
Okay, well, let's see. Ghost Brady, would you like to stay?
Is that
That's yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a yes.
That's
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like he wants to
Sounds
stay.
like he wants to
Exactly.
say. Yeah,
Okay,
you can
well
also
then-
tell because the tickle trunk just opens and then my sombrero floats out. My flamenco dancing outfit floats out, which means that yes, I'm very excited to
Yes.
stay.
And I'm
Oh,
waiting to hear
love
Brady's
that.
knocking as I'm covered in goat blood.
Yeah.
You've made a horrible mistake.
I made a horrible mistake.
I'm just carrying buckets of sage, and I don't know what to do with it.
And Rush, you're going to HR and all
Yeah,
this.
you
I
are.
think so, yes.
Shut this down.
If you like what you just heard, tell someone. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady wherever podcasts are found. And if you didn't like what you heard, that's cool. Cool. All right, yeah.